Hey guys, Jesse here, and welcome to part 3 of my custom Mark II Revive work in progress. And since last time, I've gotten the mobile suit done, so here he is with both his arms and his backpack now, and I think it turned out really well. I really like how the arms came out. I know they're a rather simple color scheme, but something about the decals I chose just to put on this guy um, for the arms it really kind of brought it together. And I'm really proud of the backpack too, which I'll talk about more in a second. But just to give you a side-by-side comparison of my sort of mock-up, um, yeah, it matched just how I hope it would. The blue in here is a bit darker just because that's sort of the nature of printers. Um, and the blue I actually had on the computer was far closer to the one I actually have on the model. So the one I have on the model is the blue that I want. Um, but yeah, it just turned out really well. If you saw my review, you'll know that I kept this blue part out for painting, but I accidentally pushed this blue part in all the way. Um, so there was no way getting that out. So I basically painted all that piece gray. Then I masked around to paint that blue. It wasn't too bad, but masking against this like very tiny sliver um, was kind of annoying because you can't really put it against here and bend it over. That surface is just far too small, so you have to like kind of stick it flush around it. But it turned out fine, as you can see. So I was debating several ways to get that piece out, but in the end, I decided that masking would just be the easiest and safest way to do it. As for the backpack, I'm really proud of this backpack. I'm not sure why. I mean, it's just all black, but I think it just came out really clean. Um, yeah, so it's all black. I painted in these silver vents and then the brass and bronze cable here, and then obviously repainted these thrusters silver. And I don't know, I just like how the decals look on it. The white on black is it contrasts very well, it looks very proper. I have a caution sign on the side here. I think like the gray beam sabers contrast well with it. So I don't plan to use these beam sabers, so those are on there forever. But yeah, it looks. I think it just turned out great. It just looks very clean. Um, I'm being very gentle with this because um, I did paint with acrylics, so the cure time for acrylics, depending on the amount of paint, can it be anywhere between 2 days to like a week. If you're painting with enamels, it's usually just a day or two. Lacquers as well, but I can't paint with enamels or lacquers in here because I don't have a spray booth that's well ventilated, and you need that for enamels and lacquers. Like no matter how you're painting or with whatever, you should wear a mask because paint particles are bad for you anyways. But lacquers and enamel fumes are toxic, so um, not only do you want a well ventilated area, you want one that can like um, exercise the fumes out of the room, and I don't have that set up yet. Even if you're spraying outside, please wear a mask. It's just really bad for you. But that's sort of my painting PSA for the day. But yeah, it just, again, I really like how this came out. Just a thing to note, the orange here is brighter than this orange because, as expected, this is orange on white and this is orange on gray. So, of course, the orange on white is going to be brighter. Um, I I didn't really realize that. I should have foresaw it. I didn't really realize it until I put this stripe down, and then I was like, oh yeah, of course it's going to be brighter. But I actually kept it just because I like how there's a two-tone orange. It kind of brings together another real grade aspect. Like I was trying to go with that with the grays and the whites here, and now to have another color that has two different shades, I think it's working out really well. So you guys can let me know what you think. Um, the wrist here, this white on this gray piece, I had to mask and paint there. Same thing with the white here. Yeah, I just had to mask off the gray and paint white. So, yeah, again, came out really well. I really like how it came out. So, just talking quickly about the weapons. I have the shield all on the pegs right now, ready to be painted, but it's really gross outside today. It's cold, it's windy, and it's rainy on top of all of that. So not the best conditions to paint in. But just to talk about the beam rifle here, I did fix the seam line. It's still pretty visible, but it's filled in, so once paint gets on there, I think it'll be okay. But this bottom section, kind of underneath this top assembly, I plan to paint gunmetal, and this top, I'm still debating what I want to paint it. Maybe white or something, but yeah, I'm gonna do a lot of masking here, and then go in with just some hand paint to put in these small rivets and details and stuff. But yeah, that's all I have planned for this. For the shield, I actually did do something a little bit extra. This is the connection point that connects the little handle thing to the shield, and this normally has 2 spare magazines attached to it via like a small thin block of plastic. As you can see, I cut that off, and now I have 2 separated magazine clips. And I did that just because it really didn't look that good on the shield with that like blank block connected to the magazines here. And these have holes already to connect onto the shield, so I thought I might as well just cut them off. And it turned out just fine. These are a nice solid piece, so all I had to do was get in there with my hobby knife and just cut them off, sand them off, and clean them up. And yeah, as you can see, it turned out really well. They connect onto the shield just fine, and it looks a lot better. So if this piece kind of bothers you and it looks weird on your Revive, definitely do this. This was very easy. All you need is sandpaper and even your nippers. You can get in there and just tear off that piece. The connection point is a very thin piece of plastic, so I'm not going to go as far as to remove the clip on here and make it like detachable, and I'm not looking to be that detailed, but yeah, I at least want my shield to look a bit better. And as for the Vulcan pod here, I decided I'm not going to do it. Like, I'm not going to paint this up or anything because I don't plan to display it with it, and I don't know. I was always impartial to it, so, or partial to it, I should say. Yeah, so I'm not going to paint this thing up. I'll keep it for a later custom or something. But that's all I got for today. The next video will be the completed video, so it won't be a work in progress video. It'll be like a video dedicated just to the custom. Because as I said before, a video just on the weapons would be pretty dang boring. So, well, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. Bye-bye.